everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great time with your family. I hope you're having a whale of time. And today I am here to talk about Anne Gregory, which is a beautiful poem from your first flight book, class 10th English textbook. So today we're going to talk about self-love, which is one of the most important things in the world. Okay, I would like to read a quote for you, and I think you will also fall in love with the same. This quote is basically given by Buddha, and it goes like this: you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. I hope you get that. And this is definitely mesmerizing and beautiful and ethereal, right? If I talk about like what self love means, it means love yourself for who you are. For this, you need to know yourself. You need to know your ins and outs and nuts and bolts, your strengths, challenges, your areas of improvement. You need to believe in your skills, abilities, and potential to overcome the challenges you encounter. And finally, make your place in the sun. That is it. It's that simple because you are the syllabus, and it's all about knowing and accepting yourself. Okay, knowing your personality. I'm not talking about the outer appearance. I know that like you need to take care of your outer appearance, since presentation is something and it is also important, but you should be happy with who you are, and I'm talking about your inner self. Okay, so this poem is all about knowing yourself, loving yourself, and making sure that you're expanding your horizon, since you are a part of universe. And you are expanding your horizon since you are the part of universe, and you're created by master creator, that is God. And you are a masterpiece, you're unique, believe my words. Explore yourself and be ready to expand your horizon, as I said. Now let's start the poem. Now this poem is a conversation between the poet and a young woman. Well, it's written a young man and a young woman. So young woman is Anne Gregory, who is being mentioned in the poem. And since William Butler Yeats has written this poem, so we'll just go ahead that this is a conversation between Anne Gregory and the poet, correct? So Anne Gregory, I'd like to tell you that she is beautiful, and she has pretty honey colored golden brown hair. Now you can just imagine a girl who is like so beautiful, correct? Now the poet is talking to Anne and advising her. What kind of advice is this? Now he says that there is no chance that anybody, talking about men basically, okay, that any man can see her inner beauty or inner self, because it is protected and covered by her golden brown beautiful hair. So now these men or a man will be hopeless, as he can't see anything beyond her outer appearance. He will be captivated by her eye-catching hair and won't delve deeper to know her real self. And that will become the reason of his sadness, as a connection based on superficial things can't last longer, as it lacks feelings and emotions. It's just infatuation and not real love. So the first two lines means the same. Never shall a young man thrown into despair means like you cannot make the person sad and hopeless and discouraged, since you know that the person is going to fall for your beautiful hair, for your outer appearance, for your outer beauty. He will not be able to go deeper. He will not be able to understand your real personality, because you are the only person. God is the only one who can understand you for who you are, who can love you unconditionally. You love yourself unconditionally. God love you unconditionally, and nobody else in this entire world. That's why the poet is advising Anne Gregory not to get enchanted or captivated by the phrases and the statements given by those young men who are captivated by her outer beauty. Okay, so this is like, as he says that man can easily get enchanted by your outer appearance, but he will never get to know your inner self, you know. It's, as it is protected and covered by her hair on her ears, that's acting as a big walls of a fort. Rampart means big wall of fort. So her inner self is concealed, so people can just be bewitched by her outer beauty. Now you know that if someone falls for you for your beauty, then after some time, what will happen with that connection? That is just an infatuation, I have told you already. Okay, so this is about first stanza. Now let's move on. Okay, then Anne argues and makes her point across, since she believes that if she changes her hair color to black, brown, or carrot, then somebody might see her inner beauty or personality, that means the way she is, and fall for her true self, not just outer appearance. She believes then the person will not be sad because he did not fall for her beautiful hair but her inner self. Anne says so as she thinks that there might be a person in the world who can love her for real Anne. See, this is like what we all believe, right? Sometimes we feel that somebody in real, face to face, in this life, on this planet Earth, can love for our real selves, for who we are, but we are not able to understand why the connection doesn't go longer. That means like if we are going to build a connection with someone, correct, and because we feel that the person might not be attracted with the personality, maybe like the person likes us or the person loves us for our real self, correct, for who we are, but that doesn't happen after a period of time. That doesn't happen, correct, because the outer appearance, the outer cover is going to disappear, or maybe like is going to you will definitely develop some changes in your skin. You will definitely develop some changes in your hair. The outer cover, I'm talking about the outer appearance, it will have some changes. You will see some changes when you just go ahead with the life. When your prime time will be over, you will see some changes, correct. So maybe the person who got attracted because of that, after some time he might not find, he or she might not find you that attractive, correct. So then the connection will definitely go down in the dumps, and you will also get into despair. This is the despair we are talking about. This is the sadness, the gloominess we are talking about here in the poem. That firstly we make the correction just because of the outer appearance. Though we think that the person, like Anne thinks, that if she is going to change her outer appearance, okay, the person might see the personality, the real self of Anne, and might fall for her real beauty, for her real self, for who she is, and love her for real, and it's going to be a long term connection. But it doesn't happen. Now I'll tell you why. In the third stanza, the poet replies and gives a convincing reason that last night he heard a priest, that means a religious man. A religious man means a person who gives moral lessons and shows us the right path, like a mentor, catalyst, trainer, or teacher. Like I'm actually showing you the right path. I'm not calling myself a preacher, a priest. No, I am a trainer. Okay, so he was declaring, according to the poet. Let's just get back to the poem only. Okay, so the poet said that he heard a religious man. He was actually telling the people, declaring means officially telling the people in general, that he had gotten a written proof where it's mentioned that God is the only one who loves you for being yourself. Since God has created you and knows you inside out, head to toe, God loves you for your real self and not the cover, that is your outer beauty. You got my point, right? So this is what the poet is trying to tell us. He is actually giving us a beautiful lesson. Now, I don't want to talk about the people because some people can be really good and it cannot be a generalized opinion. So I just want to tell you like what basically this the poem wanted to enlighten us with. So here with this poem, the poet enlightens us about the value of self-love. He makes us aware that only we know who we are. We know our flaws, strengths, areas of improvement, challenges, and our potential to overcome them. God, who is our master creator, he lives inside us. He or she lives inside us. God gave us soul, breath, heart, eyes, mind, and most importantly, life. So, God is the one and only who loves us unconditionally, and His unparalleled love never leaves our hand. He never leaves our side. He's always there with us. With I'm calling He doesn't mean that I'm differentiating between God. It's just a I'm particular pronoun I'm using. I can say she also. For me, God can be she. For me, God can be he. I would like to just say God. Yeah. So whether it rains or shines, God is with us in every time. But humans who live outside, since like that God lives inside us, right? God is with us. God has created us. Everything belongs to God. We belong to God. So you know that you belong to your parents here in this earth, right? On the earth. So you actually belong to your parents, and parents are equal to God. So they know our ins and outs. From head to toe, they know our personality. And even if we make a lot of mistakes, even if we do a lot of blunders, still they are with us. They never judge us. They love us because we are their children. Correct? Same. God has created us. We are God's children, and God is with us. That's why. And that's why I say that with this poem, the poet is telling us that you need to trust God, you need to trust yourself, because God lives inside you. So God is with us every time, as I said, but humans who live inside can't understand who we are. They just can see the side that we show to them and accordingly make connection. They can't delve deeper to know, since they don't have time. Correct? So they can't delve deeper. They don't know how we developed, how we evolved. God knows us. We know what what kind of experience you might have gone through. Nobody knows that. What kind of pain you might have you have overcome. And if I talk about like other things, let's say sometimes like we have some kind of harsh experience in our lives, and then that's the time when we have to decide whether we want to move on with the life or we want to give up. As I always say, that it's never about giving up, it's always about living your life to the fullest. So you know your pains, you know your cries, you know how courageous you are, you know what your potential is. When you know everything, so love yourself for the way you are. Be the best version of yourself. Correct? Know your true worth, because nobody is going to do that. And I would like to ask you one thing, if you can tell me, and try to be honest this time. What's the first thing you see in an individual when you meet him or her for the first time? His appearance, right? His or her appearance, correct? Though after a couple of meetings you decide to stay with the person since you think you know the person. That is also true, correct? But tell me why it happens that even if you say that like you know the person, after spending a couple of days, a couple of weeks, or a couple of years, then also the connection might break. Why? Because they live outside you. They don't know the real self. They can never know the real self. And I'm not saying if the person doesn't know your real self, you're not supposed to make connections, build relationships. No, that is not the essence of this lesson. The essence of this lesson is that you know yourself, accept yourself, and if you feel that the other person is there, and this connection can be strong, or this person is giving you happiness, or maybe like you're also ready to give the person happiness, that is a different story. Here we are trying to understand what we are not supposed to do, because after some time it's not you who is going to get hurt, the other person will also get hurt. Correct? So here it's not just about being selfish, here it's also about that you are taking care of other people, since we as a human, we have a responsibility, we have a purpose, and we are here because since we are the caretakers of earth. So we are not just supposed to take care of ourselves only, we are supposed to take care of others' heart as well. So in case you feel that somebody has fallen for your appearance, not for your personality, after a couple of days or years, you will see that you cannot go ahead with the person since that was a different thing you felt earlier. So instead of doing that, I think it's better to understand and accept and move on. Correct? So as I said, only God and you know your true worth. People know you superficially, but you and God know your deepest core. Okay? So you should take care of yourself, and you are like a sea, and take care of others' heart as well, as I said. And in the end, I would like to just mention one more thing. We are like sea, as a sea has unmeasurable depth. Likewise, we also are unmeasurable. We have a lot hidden inside, and that we are yet to explore. So love yourself, know yourself, explore yourself, expand your horizon, accept, keep growing, keep shining, and become a true star. Okay? All right. And that was the poem, and I told you the essence. That means the theme of this poem, and the central idea and the message is self-love. Self-love means you're loving God also. If you're taking care of yourself, if you're taking care of others, you are not hurting others, you're not hurting your own sentiments. You are staying happy, you're keeping others happy, and you are doing your job. That means your job is your God. You know, as we say, karm hi dharm hai. So if we are actually going ahead with this thing in our mind, with this vision in our mind, we'll definitely get a place in the sun. Okay? I hope you have understood the poem. And in case you have any doubts, please feel free to reach me out. You must be thinking like I'm not. I'm just I'm sharing my voice. I'm not sharing myself over the screen because see, I have a medical condition because of which like my eyes have been protruded, and I know that I love myself for who I am, but still I believe that I need some time, since like if I'm going to face the camera it is going to bother my eyes. So I'll take some time and definitely get back to you, and we are definitely going to have a whale of time, and I will share a lot of things that I have learned so far, to help you to make a difference in your lives so that you can achieve your place in the sun, as I always say, correct? And please don't trouble yourself, don't trouble anyone, and love yourself, love other people, and make sure that you are going to make this earth a better place, a lovely place for everyone. With this, I just like to say that I'll see you next time with another poem, with another lesson, and with enthusiasm. That's what Geet Bhardwaj is. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.